Welcome back to A Bus and Beyond. Now, in previous years we have done videos showcasing our favourite camping gifts for Christmas, but this year's a little bit different. We're going to bust that budget and showcase our favourite luxurious camping gifts. So stay tuned, let's bust that budget. Right, first up, and possibly the least expensive on our list, when we were away in France camping, a lot of you guys commented on our camping chairs and wondered where we got them from. Now, this is one of them, obviously folded up inside here. These are camping chairs by a company called Beaucamp. Now, I first came across Beaucamp when I was at the NEC show a couple of years ago. They had a little stand there. They've got tableware like plates and bowls that look really nice, right up to things like these, camping chairs. Now, they're not cheap, which is why they're on here. These are just shy of £150 each, which for camping chairs is quite a lot of money. But although this looks quite big here, that is quite a small package for a moon style chair. Most people will know that moon chairs fold up enormous, you know, they take up tons of space, and we've had them before in the garden, but I've always refused to take them away camping because they just take up too much space, whereas these fold up quite nicely into their own little carry case, and yeah, you can chuck them in the back of the van quite easily. Obviously not quite as small as like the chairs that come with the California. They've got obviously a perfect little space in the boot to fold away into, but these are so much more comfortable than those chairs. These are fantastic, nice and sturdy. In the photos they actually look a little bit like they're leather, but they're not. It's a fabric. If anything, the photos probably make it look a little bit better than they actually are, but they're still really good camping chairs. This particular chair is the Molfat, M-O-L-F-A-T, from Beaucamp, but they've got a few different ones in the range that are a bit cheaper, but I can highly recommend the Beaucamp Moffat. So yeah, just shy of £150, but they can be quite hard to find, but I'll put a link in the description below as to where we got them from and see if they come up in stock. I think they were out of stock when I last checked, but keep an eye on it if you're after these chairs. But yeah, very nice. Right, the next luxurious gift on our list is one of these bad boys. This is an air fryer, which I'm sure you've seen all over the news. They have taken the UK by storm because of the increased energy prices that we've got here in the UK at the minute. I was really skeptical about air fryers, and I just thought, well, is it really that much different to an oven? However, I got FOMO, fear of missing out, and I went and bought one. It is pretty awesome. It cooks food really quickly. You have these little trays that you put your food in, chips and chicken and all sorts. We do all sorts. We do pizza in there. Yeah, pretty much our oven has not been on since we got one of these. It cooks food in probably half the time as it would normally in an oven, and the beauty of it is for things like Harvey, if he's having fish fingers and chips, we don't have to fire up the whole oven for that. But what got me thinking was this would be a perfect oven in a camper van when you're away. Now, you'd have to have a pretty beastie inverter to power one off-grid, so you'd need probably a custom van. The inverter in a California is not powerful enough to use one of these off-grid. It's about 2.4 kilowatts, so I think the inverter in a California is about 150 watts, so you know it's really low. However, that doesn't stop you from using one when you're plugged in at a campsite. I would probably recommend not getting one quite as big as this. This is a dual-sided one, so yeah, just get a single one. But for doing things like chips and pizza and garlic bread, all that kind of thing that you would normally do in an oven, you could just easily use an air fryer. So this particular one was about just over £200, but yeah, they go right down to about £80, so you don't have to spend an absolute fortune. But I could highly recommend an air fryer, and it might just be the perfect camping cookery appliance. Can we just take a minute to appreciate this is actually a full height Christmas tree in the van? Next up on our list is the Road Shower 4. Now what the Road Shower 4 is a black metal cylindrical tube that attaches to your roof rack and it goes on the side of your van. What you do is you attach your hose pipe to it and fill it up with 26 litres of water, and the idea is that in the sun, with it being black and metal, it heats up over time and you get nice warm water in there. And then what you can do is you can then attach a pump to it and pressurise this metal tube and use it as a pressured shower. So you can then have attachments to it and use it for cleaning stuff, or actually having a shower at the side of your van, which would just be fantastic. Maybe not today, it's a little bit cold today, but in the middle of the summer, if you're down in places like Portugal, Spain, it would just be perfect. And it's always just on the side of your van. So you can get slightly smaller ones. You can get a 4S, which is a little bit smaller, but yeah, we really like the idea of these. At the minute they're about £350 for the 4, which is the bigger one, and I just think that's a really cool idea, to be able to have an outdoor shower just on the side of the van at all times. Also, you could argue that it's extra storage for more water. You know, on a California, you've only got 30 litres of water on board. If you have that on the side of the van at the top, you've got nearly double the amount of water, which is really, really good. Now, next up on our list is Starlink. I'm sure many of you know what Starlink is. You may have seen the satellites up in the sky at night with the perfect line of satellites all evenly spaced across, all passing along, and it's all part of SpaceX and Elon Musk's grand empire. But what it is a method of getting really high-speed broadband anywhere in the world. So if you are the type of camper that likes to properly push the limits and go exploring in the middle of deserts, in the middle of the Highlands up in Scotland, anywhere like that, you may not have enough internet, you may not have enough phone signal to be able to get internet, but this system you put outside of your van, and it beams up to the satellite and gives you real high speed internet anywhere in the world. The idea is that it's going to be bringing internet to regions of the world that have never had it before, so it's a really incredible idea that the Bond villain Elon Musk has got. But yeah, if you are the ultimate camper that goes anywhere, this might be the perfect gift for you. Now, it's not cheap. There's a couple of different types of hardware. There's the standard one, which is about £400 for the hardware, and then it costs £75 a month for your subscription. Now, if you want the high performance, which you do because it's the budget busting Christmas gift list, that's just shy of £2,500 for the actual hardware, and then again £75 per month thereafter. So yeah, it's not cheap. That'll give you up to 200 meg of broadband download speed, which is obviously really, really fast if in the middle of the desert where you're used to not getting anything at all. But yeah, you do pay quite a lot of money for it, but it's one of those ultimate gifts. You know, if you're trying to buy for someone that has got absolutely everything, maybe Starlink is the option for you. Right, and we come to the final gift on our list, and we actually bought Harvey this for his birthday. I'm sure many of you have heard of cozy coupes, the traditional Little Tykes car with a red base to it and a yellow roof. Well, I found a company that makes custom versions of those in any design that you want. The link is in the description below. It's called Kids Custom Mods, and this guy Daniel, who works there, he just basically does it out of his garage, but he just completely resprays them, lowers them, and makes them exactly how you want them, and they are so cool. So Harvey has got his very own fangirl replica in miniature, and it's probably the ultimate kids toy. If you really want something unique for your child based on your camper van. Now, Harvey absolutely loves his. He loves being pushed around. Daniel added a handle to the back so I can actually push him around, because now it's been lowered, it's actually quite hard for Harvey to push it. It's a bit more of a show thing really, but he does enjoy being pushed around. All through the summer we were doing laps around here, and it looks just like our California beach, which is just so cool. So again, if you are buying for a child who wants to copy you, then maybe the Kids Car Mods Cozy Coupe is the ideal present. You can also maybe chuck it on the bike rack at the back and take it with you to the campsite, and yeah, they can enjoy playing around in the custom cozy coupes. Right, so there's our list of the ultimate budget busting Christmas gifts. Let us know in the comments below if you've tried any of these. You know, I want to know if anyone's tried Starlink, because I'm quite intrigued. Not that I'm going to spend $2.5 grand on it, but let us know in the comments below if you've tried any of these gifts. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It really helps us out. And yeah, have a very, very Merry Christmas, and we shall see you in the next video. Cheers.